Hey all, Cassie here with your October 2018 Chalk Talk. In this episode, Sarah, Christine, and Madeline will run through Designer Debut. They'll talk about how to earn it if you're currently in the 90-day window, how to support your team members who are working toward it, and also how to use it as a recruiting tool to bring more people to your team. Then stay tuned as Kari and Laura run through a few workshop ideas to help you bring people together for holiday projects. We have a very exciting episode for you today, so let's get started with my girl Sarah as she breaks down the Designer Debut. Sarah, break it down.
Yeah, break it down. Hi designers, Sarah here. I am so excited to be here and talk to you about the incredible program that Chalk Couture offers to new designers, Designer Debut. This program gives you the opportunity to earn $480 designer dollars, which means when your first 3 full months of being a designer is over, you could have earned a total of $720 designer dollars when adding in $20 designer dollars for every 200 PV you earn in Chalk Couture's career plan. That is a lot of chalky goodness. So if you're in your first 3 full months of being with Chalk Couture, you are in your Designer Debut, so listen up. This Chalk Talk will have segments on great workshop ideas. Events and workshops are a great way to earn PV and build your customer base. And Designer Debut is all about starting strong and consistent. With the workshop ideas that we are going to feature today, they will earn you $25 to $30 per customer in personal volume. If you are in phase 1 of Designer Debut, you only need to book 20 customers to create those darling projects. These 20 customers will then be a great resource to continue to build upon. Ask your new customers to host create intakes or to think of their friends who may be interested in coming to a workshop. So what are you waiting for? Pull out your calendar, make those phone calls, or send those messages and share your passion for Chalk Couture. Now let's see those darling workshop ideas that your customers are going to fall in love with.
Thanks, Sarah. Hey designers, it's Kari, and as we come into this holiday season, you know it's a time to gather, which means it is workshop season. We put together some general guidelines on how to just build a workshop, and then we'll dive in and look at one. So first off, we recommend that you charge each person about $2 per paste if they're sharing yours. Now that's going to be right in line with our paste singles once they become available, and you know that you will more than recoup your cost and have tons of paste to spare. You can host returning customers who are bringing back their own surface to Chalk, or first-time workshoppers that will need a couture board as part of their package. Our hostess guideline is to reward your hostess with 10% of net sales from the event, but you could also leave behind shared supplies or choose something from your inventory. This is one of the great uses of your designer dollars that you receive. These are just guidelines for pricing to make it easy, but you make it work for you, including allowing for shared supplies and charging for your time. Now with all that in mind, let's look at one. I've got a great Halloween workshop idea to share with you. Did you know in the US, Halloween is the second most decorated holiday next to Christmas? Since studies show that folks will make their first Halloween purchase within the first week of October, right now is the perfect time to get a workshop scheduled. So let's break this down. We've put together the pricing for you as a guide, and you can see this on screen. The sample workshop is for 5 people. It includes a B-size transfer for each participant, and it is a sure favorite, October 31st with these awesome stripes. 2 pastes to share for the group, and you know this will be a quick project. You could be in and out in an hour. If your customers do need a surface, add a Couture Boutique 9x12, or for $20 more, they can have a Couture Gallery board. We position the class as including a free squeegee as a possible benefit for attending the workshop, but of course you can charge whatever you wish. This is all just a suggestion. And if you wanted to save your participants even more, you could have them share transfers. The beautiful thing is that you can make it your way. However you price or plan it, you know that an evening spent together chalking and talking is an evening so well spent. So schedule your event, order your supplies, and chalk up some real Halloween treats. Now let's turn it over to Christine to talk more about Designer Debut.
Hi
designers, Christine here. We are talking about the fabulous Designer Debut program today and how incredible it is to earn literally hundreds of dollars in free product to support your business. But what about if you're a leader? Have you sponsored designers within the past few months? If so, then you may have first-line team members who are still within their Designer Debut period. You can be such a huge help to them, even if one or more of their initial months is over. So, what can you do to help existing team members? First thing to do is connect with each first-level team member who has joined the company since July 1. Check with them on their personal volume to date and ensure that they know that their Designer Debut isn't over until the end of October if they joined in July. Now, your August signups will be expiring on November 30th, and any September enrollees have until December 31st to participate in one or more phases of Designer Debut. Second, focus on what's available. There are 3 phases in Designer Debut, and each one closes at the end of a calendar month. So if somebody has passed the deadline for phase 1, that is okay. Focus on phases 2 and 3. The rewards per month rise, and you can help them capture rewards for any month along the way. Third, help them create a plan. It's typical for a party or a workshop to reap between $300 to $400 in retail sales. So that's about $200 in PV. Now this means that if your team member needs 800 PV to complete phase 2, just for example, on average, she's going to want to book 4 different events in the month, and that's really just 1 per week. Now we're giving you a couple of examples of great workshops right here in Chalk Talk this month. You can use one of these or pattern your own after what we're showing with you. Now, I am a big believer in having a designer's first event be a friends and family event where she invites everybody who knows her and who loves her. These folks are eager to support her new business. They're going to give her great confidence in sharing the products, and also they are a fabulous source of referrals for new customers and hostesses. And of course, experience also shows that friends and family events, this is so true, will drive great sales numbers. And those can really jumpstart her PV and lead her on a pathway to success in Designer Debut.
Hey there, Laura here to show you a fun idea for an autumn-themed project to help welcome in the Thanksgiving season. Creating a stunning piece of artwork like this one is made easier if you share paste or ink among the group. You can always customize the workshop to best fit your group's needs, and here's how we worked it out. By charging $50 per attendee, 5 guests can each create their own piece like this. Their cost includes their own canvas lumbar pillow cover for $14.99, squeegee for $4.99, and harvest chalk transfer for $24.99. The cost for the Chalkology ink is split among all 5 people. That comes to $2 per person for the ink. At a designer cost at around $143 and total sales at $250, it's a win-win for your customers and for you. Here are some more options to consider when setting up your own version of this workshop. First, to save your guests additional costs, think about building up a library of supplies and tools that are commonly used, like squeegees and ink mats. You keep the supplies and let the workshop attendees use them each time you host a workshop. Second, to save additional costs, you can always split the transfer with group members. With plenty of pieces to pass around, designs like this one can certainly be cut apart and shared. Lastly, you can upgrade your guests to a 6.5 by 18.5 box frame or individual jar of ink to keep for future projects. Get creative and remember that this is your workshop for your customers. However you organize it to best fit your group, this workshop is sure to be wonderful. Now tossing it to Madeline to talk more about Designer Debut.
Thank you, Laura. Hello everyone, it's Madeline, and I'm going to talk to you just a little bit more about Designer Debut. I know you just heard from Sarah, and she talked to you about what to know if you're currently in the program. Christine then touched on if you have team members in Designer Debut and how you can support them. So now let's talk for just a minute about how Designer Debut can be an amazing recruiting tool for you when you're building your business. New designers that are in Designer Debut have the opportunity to earn up to $480 designer dollars. That is a lot of product credit that can help them when they're starting their business. Also, when people are looking to join a business, many times they want to know how to get from point A to point B. And Designer Debut lays that out for them and helps them to know what they can do in their first 3 to 4 months of starting a business. Designers who do the Designer Debut program are twice as likely to reach mentor and above. This is where they're really going to start to notice that rise in their commission checks. So if you aren't familiar with Designer Debut, I would really encourage you to become familiar with this program so that when you are telling people about Chalk Couture and the awesome products that we have, you can also mention Designer Debut and how it will help them to begin their own journey with Chalk Couture, and it will also help them to achieve their goals.
Thank you for watching this episode of Chalk Talk. We hope you feel more confident in understanding your designer debut, and we also hope your creative brains are exploding with ideas on how to host some fun workshops this fall. Remember, if you have any questions at all, don't hesitate to reach out to Designer Services, as we're always here to help. We hope everyone has a wonderful month, and we'll see you next time. Bye.